What is 232 divided by 9? Now, always we need to check what is the divisor. We're dividing by 9, so 9 goes outside the long division, and we write 232 inside. I check the first digit, which is 2, is smaller than 9, so I cannot take it. I must take 23, which is bigger than 9. Now, 9 multiplied by how much will give me a number close to 23? We know 9 times 2 is 18. We know 9 times 3 is 27. So for sure I need a number smaller than 23, so I must choose 18. So 9 times 2 is 18, and we subtract. 3 minus 8 we cannot. The 2 becomes 1, and the 3 becomes 13. Now, 13 minus 8, it will be 5, and we must bring the 2 down. Now I check 9 multiplied by how much will give me 52, or approximately 52, or a number near 52. We know 9 times 4 is 36. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 multiplied by 6 is gonna be 54. So in this case, I cannot choose 54 because it's bigger. I must choose 5. So 9 multiplied by 5, so you write 5 next to the 2 on top, and this will give us 45. When we subtract 5 minus 4, we don't start there, because some students, they do this. 2 minus 5, I cannot do it. So the 5 becomes 4, and the 2 becomes 12. Now 12 minus 5 is 7. 4 minus 4 is 0. Now 7 is smaller than 9, it means we cannot do anything after this step. Now what will be our answer? It will be the quotient, which is 25, and the remainder is the 7, so I will write 25, remainder 7. Number 2. Carol picked 132 pears. She's putting them in bags. Each bag can hold 5 pears. What is the least number of bags needed to hold all the pears she picked? So basically here you can think about this question. We have 132 pears, and I'm dividing them in groups of 5, because each bag is like one group of pears, and we have 5 pears in there. So the first step we should do is to divide 132 by 5. Now 1 is smaller than 5, I cannot. We take 13. So 5 times how much is approximately 13? It's times 2. We get 10. We subtract. 3 minus 0 is 3. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now we bring the 2 down. 5 multiplied by how much is approximately 32. So I need a number to multiply it by 5 to get a number that is really close to 32. In this case, the answer is 6. And we get 30. We subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. So what is the meaning of this division we did? The 132 pears are divided in groups of 5s. So we're gonna have this bag, it has 5 of them, another bag with 5 of them, and actually we're gonna have 26 bags having 5 pears inside. But our answer here is not gonna be 26. Why is that? Because when I divided 132 by 5, we got 26, remainder 2. So basically I'm gonna have 26 bags fully having 5 pears in each. But we still have a remainder 2. It means we still have 2 pears left over. So what should I do? I need another bag for this. So plus 1 bag that has 2 pears inside. So in total, we're gonna have 26 plus 1, and we're gonna have 27 bags. Number 3, 2456 divided by 8. So long division, the 8 is the divisor, it goes outside. I check the 2 is smaller than 8, we cannot, so we take 24. 8 times how much is 24? We know it's times 3. and we subtract. We get here 0 and 0. Now we bring the 5 down. Now 8 times how much will give me 5? If I do 8 times 1, it's gonna be 8 bigger than 5. It doesn't work, so I need to choose a smaller number, which is 0. So 8 times 0 will give us 0. I will write 0 next to the 3. 8 times 0 is 0, so we write it under the 5 and we subtract. We get 5 and then we bring the 6 down. Now, just as a note, whenever you bring a number down or you drag it down, you must multiply by something here on top. So you cannot take the 5 down and then take the 6 next to it directly. When you take the 5 down, you should multiply by something on top. And this is what I did. After you multiply and you subtract, then you take the 6 down and you get 56. Now 8 times how much is 56? We know that 8 times 7 is exactly 56, so this answer will be 8 times 7 is 56. We subtract, we get a remainder 0. So basically 2456 divided by 8 is equal to 307. The remainder is 0, we don't write it. Number 4. By the way, number 4 and 13 in this quiz are the same. 975 divided by 3. So 3 is the divisor. 9 is bigger than 3, so only we take 9. 3 times how much is 9? It's multiplied by 3, so we get 9. We subtract. We get 0. Now we take the 7 down, and then 3 times how much is a number near 7? It's times 2. We get 6. Now 7 minus 6 is 1. Now I'm allowed to take the 5 down. 3 multiplied by how much will give me 15? We know it's times 5. And basically our answer will be 325, and the remainder is 0. So in this case we don't write remainder. Now Miss Lopez divided $558 equally among her 9 grandchildren. How much money did each grandchild get? So basically they're telling you what to do. We're dividing equally the $558 by 9. So this is how we get how much each will get. I check the 5, it's smaller than 9, I cannot, so we take 55. 9 multiplied by how much? Approximately 55, as we saw before. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. So we need to write 6 and 54 down. We subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 5 is 0. Now we bring the 8 down and we get 18. Now 9 multiplied by how much is 18? We know it is 2. So we write 2 on top. 9 times 2 is 18 and we subtract. So basically when we divide the 558 by 9, each will get $62. Now a factory produced 2,432 golf balls. They were packed 8 in a box. So basically, again, same idea here. So we have 2,432 balls and I'm dividing them in groups of 8, because each group of 8 will be placed in or packed in a box. So directly I must divide this number by 8, and this is how we can get the number of boxes. We have 2, smaller than 8, I cannot, so we take 24 multiplied by 3. We get 24 and we subtract. 4 minus 4 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we bring the 3 down and I must multiply by a number, as we said before. So 8 multiplied by how much is a number smaller than 3? So we don't have other option than 0. So 8 multiplied by 0 is 0 and we subtract. Now I'm allowed to take the 2 down. 8 times how much is 32? It's times 4. And we get remainder 0. So basically our final answer will be 304 boxes are needed to place 8 balls in each box. So for us to distribute the 2432 balls in boxes of 8 each. Number 7. How many notebooks can be bought for $246 if each notebook costs $3? Now you can think about it in this way. So each book is for $3 and we have an amount which is $246. So if I divide this amount into $3, this will give me, or if we divide this amount $246 by $3, this will give me how many notebooks I can buy. So 246 divided by 3, 2 is smaller than 3, I cannot, so we take 24. 3 multiplied by how much is 24? It's multiplied by 8 and we get 24. We subtract, 4 minus 4 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we can take the 6 down and we check 3 multiplied by how much is 6? We know it's by 2. And we get 6, so 6 minus 6 is 0. So basically we can get 82 notebooks if each notebook costs $3 and we have $246. Now let's say you're not sure about your answer. Always multiply the number of notebooks by the price of one notebook and this will give you how much these 82 notebooks will cost you. So 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 8 is 24. So basically, yes, the 82 notebooks, if each has a price of $3, the total amount you should pay for them will be 246, which is the same amount given to us. So this, if you have extra time, you can double check your answer in this way. Now, long division again, 627 inside. The 3 is the divisor, it goes outside. So 6 is bigger than 3, so it's enough to take 6. 3 times how much is 6? We know it's times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. We bring the 2 down. Now 2 is smaller than 3, but we should multiply by something. We must multiply in this case by 0, so we can get a number smaller than 2. 2 minus 0 is 2. Now we take the 7 down. 3 multiplied by how much is 27? We know it's times 9. So we write 9 on top. 3 times 9 is 27. Now we subtract. We get a remainder 0. So basically our answer here is exactly 209. $6,456 divided by 8. 8 times how much is 6? We don't know. So we cannot take 6 only. We need to take 64. 8 times how much is 64? It's times 8. We subtract. We get 0. Now we bring the 5 down. 8 times how much is a number smaller than 5? We don't have other option than 0. So 8 times 0 is 0. 5 minus 0 is 5. Now we take the 6 down. 8 times how much is 56? We know it's 7. And we write 7 on top. We multiply 8 by 7 is 56. And we subtract. So basically our answer here will be exactly 807 and the remainder is 0. Number 10. A pair of earrings cost $7. How many pairs of earrings cost $651? So this is similar to a question we did before. I have an amount of money. and I know the price of one item. We must divide the total amount you have by the price of one, and this will give you the answer of how many of these items or earrings or whatever you're buying you can get. 6 is smaller than 7, I cannot take it, so I take 65. So 7 times how much? Approximately 65. So we know that 7 times 9 is 63. 5 minus 3 is 2. 6 minus 6 is 0. Now we take the 1 down. 7 multiplied by how much is 21? We know it's 3. So we write 3 on top. And we subtract. 7 times 3 is 21. And then we subtract, we get remainder 0. Some students, they forget to write the number on top. They write 21 down, but they forget the 3 on top. And this will give a wrong answer. So you should be very careful. So when I divide by 7, I will get 93 with the remainder 0. No need to write the remainder. Number 11, 232 divided by 9. 2 is smaller than 9, we cannot. So as we said before, we take 23. So 9 times 2 is 18. We write 18 and we subtract. 3 minus 8 we cannot. The 2 becomes 1. The 3 becomes 13. 13 minus 8 will become 5. 1 minus 1 is 0. Now we bring the 2 down. And we check 9 multiplied by how much is approximately 52. I'm repeating this question because it's really important. 9 times 5 is 45. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 is bigger than 52, so we cannot choose 54. So we have to take the 45, which is 9 times 5. We write 5 on top. 9 multiplied by 5 is 45. Subtract. 2 minus 5 we cannot. The 5 becomes 4 and the 2 becomes 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. 4 minus 4 is 0. 7 is smaller than 9, so we stop there. So basically our answer will be 25 and the remainder, as we can see, it is 7. Now 816 divided by 4. So 816 inside and the 4 is outside. 8 is bigger than 4, so it's enough to take 8. Then 4 times how much is 8? It's times 2. 4 times 2 is 8. We subtract and we get 0. Now when you take the 1 down, 1 is smaller than 4, so I need to multiply 4 by a number that gives me an answer smaller than 1. And we have no option other than 0. So 4 times 0 is 0. We subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. Now we take the 6 down and it becomes 16. 4 times how much is 16? We know it is times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. We subtract and we get an answer that is, or a remainder that is 0. So basically 816 divided by 4 is 204 and the remainder is 0.